Jude, shut up, we're actually recording now. You're listening to the very 74th episode of the Celtic Crack podcast.
Huh?
Yeah! Our surprise Thursday night episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about you calling me a dirty, filthy bastard outside the door? First thing he said to me.
What you dirty, filthy bastard with your high vis? Oh, wait a minute.
I was very confused. I was like, why the fuck is he?
And he drove up in a white van and did it like.
Yeah. I'm wearing a fucking hoodie that has like a design on it. And Jude thought I was just like.
It's got two white stripes and I thought they were the fucking reflective stripes on those high-vis black jumpers.
I thought I was just covered in shit.
I thought you were just covered in muck.
I was like, what the fuck is he saying that for? I couldn't figure it out. It's like something on my face.
Boys, I'm from Gomi.
I
said the 74th episode is actually the 75th.
Fuck.
So we're going to have to go back now and have to do it.
Not at all.
We'll use take two. We'll use take two. Take two?
Not at all.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
We'll do it now. We're just doing it. We're doing it.
I don't know, I'm a lot happier doing it on a fucking Thursday, man. I do be depressed off my skull on a Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday's a weird one. I'm always bollocks on a Sunday evening.
It's my day of rest, man. The Lord himself didn't he rest?
He did, no fairness.
On a Sunday. Huh? 6 days of wanking, 1 day sleeping.
Yeah, I'd say we'll probably end up doing it on Thursday evenings in future.
Yeah.
Sundays are after getting very fucking awkward for all of us. It's mad, like our...
Just something decent to listen to on a Friday morning on the way to work.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know how to give you that old Friday feeling in your pants?
Yeah, you don't have to go away and buy a crunchy, just listen to us. Like.
Yeah, free of charge. But
free of
yeah,
charge.
the fucking Sundays, man. It's mad, like our circumstances have changed a fair old bit since we started doing this podcast a few years ago, like.
Yeah.
Do you know, I didn't even fucking have a child at that stage, like.
I have a new air fryer.
Mikey has a new air fryer, like, and we're all in new, like, different jobs and relationships and kids getting involved and all this kind of thing. Fucking Sundays, you're just like, ugh.
Fuck that shit, yeah.
Looking back now, it feels like I had a lot of free time back then or something. So I don't know, I think it just always seems like that when you look back then.
Yeah.
Like, things were easier.
Reminisce on the good old days.
Nah, these are the good old days, man. These are the good nowadays.
Good nowadays, yeah.
Good current days.
Yeah.
Good.
That's what you call it, the present. It's a gift.
Good one, Mikey.
Yeah,
Mikey has that above his bed. And do it in the live, laugh, love on the other wall.
Me and my kids from now on.
Yeah. Family number one.
He don't need no man.
Yeah.
Mikey don't need no man. Fuck. There's a fly in the
next
studio.
Right next to his fucking dole slippers.
The whole slippers. Yeah, what about the whole world going mad again anyway since the last episode?
Man.
Place is just fucking ridiculous at this stage, isn't it?
Have you seen...
Clown show. Clown show.
Yeah. Have you seen Putin's face, man?
I've seen it, yeah.
A lot of people saying he's on steroids, man, and this is a whole roid rage thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, his face is all filled out, and apparently it only happens if you take a certain steroid. And I'm saying he's after throwing his toys out of the pram.
There's a lot of people saying he's on he has gotten Botox, whatever way you want to say it. But yeah, do you know what age he is?
64?
69, I think. He's tipping 70. I didn't realise he was that old. I'd really fucking pay any attention to him in a while, but looking at him now, he does look older, but I had a way younger image of him in my head.
He's an evil bastard.
He's been around forever, like, isn't he? He just became president years ago and then just changed the rule to, like, I'm president now and that's that.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking mental. Whatever it was.
KGB.
Yeah.
He's an ex-KGB,
ex-KGB officer or whatever, isn't he? Oh, the Russians are deadly, like.
Oh, man.
But yeah, like, whatever it was, say, like, there's supposed to be a presidential vote every 4 years or whatever. Like, when he became president, he was like, no more of that. Just changed it, like. I think he said 20 years or something he changed it to, or whatever it is, but
didn't he serve a term and then somebody else came in for a year or something like that, and then he went back in again?
Right, yeah, but he was prime minister while the other fellow was president.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Fucking hell. Yeah, he doesn't fuck about, lads.
My ball, my rules.
It's crazy old shit that's going on, isn't it?
I don't know about this fella Zelensky. Like, is he actually in the Ukraine or is he just fucking acting the bollocks? Like,
but here's the beautiful thing about him, man. Do you know what Zelensky was before he was the president of Ukraine?
Comedian.
He was a comedian, a genuine clown.
A genuine clown.
Yeah.
Just see the video of him doing the dance in like heels, dressed up like a woman and all. I was like, nah, this is what it is.
Putin is losing to that, like.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, though, man. Putin won't lose this, like. Do you know what I mean?
But
that's
a lot
what
of people
it
thought
annoys
it'd be
me.
over and fucking done with, like.
Yeah, I know, but this is Putin
it's
now.
3 weeks in now.
This is Putin trying to handle it a certain way. But if this way keeps failing, he's going to move on to another way. He's not going to take a loss here. Like, he's just not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, if he can't,
you know, Steven
Seagal, call him in. Yeah. Job done. But yeah, if Putin fucking can't handle a country the size of Ukraine, no one's going to take him seriously in future. Like, do you know what I mean? He'll make whatever threats he wants, and America and the rest of them will laugh at him. Like, so he's not going to take a loss. Like, so that's why I hate to see all this shit on the news where they're like, do you know, the fucking Ukraine are putting up a great fight and they're going to win this war. How the fuck are they? No. Putin's not going to give up and turn around and be like, okay, forget about it. I tried and I couldn't do it.
They're surrounded. Like, Belarus is up to the north. Like, that's basically Russian control under a Russian name. Like, and then Russia all to the east. Then and if they see to the south full of Russian vessels, like, they're only Romania and Poland. Like, so they're the only two. Sure, and that's not worth the fuck to them. Like, you know?
But like, even if you just look at it as the Russian military versus the Ukrainian military, there's no comparison. If it comes to it, Putin's just going to start dropping bombs all over the place. Like, if he wants to, he could fucking nuke the place. Like, do you know what I mean? Either way, he's not going to take a loss. Like, so they need to stop with this whole fucking, Ukraine are going to win this war. Like, the fucking.
What do you think they should do? Is they just fucking lay down their arms and say, here, take the country.
He's not trying to take the country, though. This is the thing. Like, that's the mad thing that's in the news as well. Like,
so what's the whole point of it then?
It's because of NATO, isn't it? Because NATO were trying to get Ukraine to join, and he had some agreement with NATO years ago that NATO wouldn't move any more closer to his country. Like, but and straight away after that, they broke the agreement, wasn't it?
Yeah, but they also want to join the EU, and he doesn't want that either. Like, because they are a former Soviet country.
Yeah.
So people are kind of worried. Like, is it going to be Latvia and Lithuania and all the rest of them are going to fall after Ukraine? You know. All the
but Latvia and Lithuania are already in the European Union, aren't they?
I know, but still, like, they were in the USSR, like, that's what I think it's about, like, you know.
Yeah, he did mention at one stage as well that he won't allow Ukraine to have nuclear weapons. Like, I don't know why, like, are they being promised that they're going to be given these by NATO or some shit, like? So, yeah, it's weird, like, I'm not defending what Putin is doing. The man's a fucking lunatic, and like, killing innocent people obviously is taking the piss, but like, they're making out like as if Putin just woke up one day and decided, I'm going to take over the Ukraine, I'm keeping it for myself. Like, that's not what's going on at all. Like, did NATO keep moving closer to him, and they're surrounding him, they're building military bases all around the fucking outside of Russia so that they could attack him at any time or whatever. But like, so what NATO are doing basically, like, in war terms, is considered an act of aggression towards Russia, and this is Putin responding to it. Like, you know, he's going in there to stop NATO from taking over and maybe fucking giving them nuclear weapons or whatever. And they keep saying then, like, he's not going to stop here, he's trying to take over the Ukraine, and then after that he's going to probably take over Poland, then he's probably going, like, he's no interest in doing that shit. But they're trying to make out like Putin has declared war on Europe. They're trying to get everyone against Putin, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When he hasn't. Like, all he wants to do is stop this shit with NATO in the Ukraine, and obviously it's fucking disgusting the way he's doing it. But yeah, it's fucking so weird, man, when you watch the news. If anything, the last 2 years has taught us, like, it's just, you watch the news and they're just talking shit all day, every day.
Yeah.
Do you know, they just give you one side of they give you a version that they want you to believe all the time, and it's so obvious these days, like.
Sure, like, you hear on the news, there's a convoy of 30 miles long going towards Kiev.
Tanks and shit,
closer and closer, and they never got there, like, you know.
I've seen a couple of funny videos, man. I've seen was the Russian military left a tank abandoned on the road. They got out of it, and a farmer came along and towed it away in a
tractor.
Oh man, that was fucking comical, man.
What was he doing with it? Like,
I don't know.
Break it down for scrap.
There was another one then where the fucking, was it in Kiev? Was it where the car was driving down the road and the tank was on the opposite side of the road, and as the car was coming, the tank turned.
Oh yeah. But see, that thing was spread all over the internet, and they were saying that the Russian soldiers just ran over some poor man in their tank. But apparently it was a Ukrainian tank that, like, malfunctioned and skidded across the road and fucking killed it. Or it didn't even kill the man, he survived.
No, he survived.
But it rolled over miraculously. He fucking survived.
A lot of shit like that. That Ghost to Kiev was fake. Like, that
apparently. Yeah, that fighter.
That Snake Island thing wasn't fucking real.
Yeah, like, that was kind of the other way around. Yeah. They said, what was it again? They said that it was, they slaughtered 14 Russian soldiers on Snake Island or something like that.
They said, go fuck yourself, and
yeah.
blown up then after that. But sure,
but in reality it was 14 Ukrainian soldiers, and they surrendered. I don't know. They surrendered
anyway.
Off
the island, like, all alive.
Yeah, they took them off the island, and they held them, like, and they put up videos of them being looked after and being fed and all, like, so. And it was 14 Ukrainian soldiers that gave up and were taken prisoner, and that somehow turned into, the Ukrainians killed 14 Russian soldiers. Like, what? Same with, did you hear the story of the old woman who walked up to the soldier was like, here's some sunflower seeds, put them in your pocket so that when you die, at least fucking
sunflowers will
grow on the soil and blah, blah, blah. Never happened either, apparently. They're just making these fucking things up, like. The news is just mental, isn't it?
I think they should all chill out anyway, because my diesel is getting too fucking dear.
Stop, man. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. My missus is sick to death of listening to me complaining about the price of diesel. It's not even complaining about the price of it. Like, what baffles me is the price of diesel hasn't doubled.
Yeah.
But, like, the mileage that I'm getting has halved. So, like, something's not adding up. Do you know what I mean? What has it gone up by? About 50 cents a litre or something?
Yeah, it's fucking nearly 190 there.
Yeah, 187.9 or something. I just got it there a while ago. But, so, like, just say, like, before, if I put in €20, I'd get X amount of miles. Now, if I put in €40, I'm getting less than I was getting for €20.
Yeah.
So, how the fuck, like, just, that doesn't make sense. Yeah. Absolutely sure about it, because I used to always clock it because of the way my fucking fuel gauge works. It's very annoying. Once it gets down to the last bar, your range, your range meter, it just blanks out. It doesn't tell you how much you've left.
Yeah.
And there's over 100 kilometers left or whatever, so it's very annoying. So I always track it so that I know how much is left. So yeah, I know, like, that I'm paying, like, if I put in twice the amount of money now, I'm getting less than what I used to. So, like, that doesn't add up at all. Like, there's some other bullshit going on at the pumps or something.
Yeah, but I think, like, didn't the government drop the excise duty by 15%, and then all the petrol vendors just fucking put it on again?
Put it up, yeah. The government are scumbags, man. The way they're fucking, like, they should be slashing the tax off of that completely, like.
Man, there was a few around there, man, that were fucked. They went up to 220.
Yeah. Sick, man. Do you see the way the government are taxing diesel and, like, oil in general when it comes into this country? It comes in, say, per barrel. They'll put, like, a carbon tax on it and whatever out, or like excise duty or some shit like that, or whatever the fuck it is. But they put 2 taxes on the barrel, so now it's this price, and then they put VAT on it. So the VAT is calculated on the new price after they've already added 2 taxes to it. So it's pure fucking, like, it's illegal apparently to do it, but they just keep doing it anyway. So they're putting 3 taxes on it, and they're oh man, it's fucking, and they're then going like, oh, what can we do about it?
They reckon bread is going to go way up as well, because a load of wheat comes out of Ukraine.
Yeah, I'd say we'll be alright without bread.
No more toasted sandwiches for you, no.
Oh no, man.
Be a sickener, like, but
giving it up anyway, man.
Yeah, the whole world is just like, what a time for this bullshit. Like, what a fucking time. I don't know, man. Like, to me, it seems like the Ukrainian leader should have just said, okay, Putin, fair enough. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll just do what you say, because otherwise you're going to murder every fucking one of my people. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they're being stubborn. Like, he's being used, I think, anyway, by NATO and whoever. They're trying to taunt Putin. And it's all day now today on the fucking news as well, that this person said and that person said that if Putin launches chemical weapons in Ukraine, then he's crossed a new line in this war, and all this and things will change.
Who said this?
This, I don't know, just all, they name all these politicians from around the world or whatever, and they're like, well, this leader said this and this leader said that. But if they keep mentioning, like, yeah, if Putin does this bullshit with the chemical gases or whatever, that they're always talking about biological weapons and chemical weapons, if he does anything along those lines, like, then he'll have crossed another line and things will change and this kind of shit. Like, this is the very same thing now that they accused Gaddafi of before they murdered him. And who else was it? There was someone in Syria that they were trying to accuse him of doing the same thing. He's using chemical weapons on his own people. We need to go over there and help them. It's just like shit, like the same fucking story now again. So they could just turn around at any stage in the next week and be like, Putin is after letting off a chemical weapon on the people, so we have to go in there.
Been blowing Yemen out of it for the last fucking 4 years. Like, you know, is it different because they're not white, like, or what?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. They don't give a fuck, like. Christ. There wasn't this much talk about the war in fucking Iraq and Afghanistan and shit. It went on for 20 years when they were murdering millions of people, like, and no one seemed to care about it at all, like.
And do you know what as well, man? Fucking COVID just disappeared out of nowhere. Yeah. Just gone.
For
out
now.
of fucking nowhere, like.
Yeah,
but nobody's talking about it anymore, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not in the fucking news, and it's...
Well, they're still talking shit about it, alright. There's a few people calling to bring back masks and blah, blah, blah. Go fuck yourself with your masks. I never wore a mask anyway, even when it was mandatory to wear one. I didn't wear one, like. They're a fucking waste of time. So they can bring them back all they want and won't be wearing one anyway. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, like.
I bet your missus will make you wear one in the house.
Not at all.
I bet you she will.
She don't wear one either.
You wear one? Do you want sex?
Not that kind of mask, different one. Do you see what she makes me wear when she's remember you on?
He's lashing me out of it.
See what he makes me wear when he's whacking me out of it?
I actually came across one of her videos. And
I was talking with Russell about her recently. What's her name again? Catherine
Lynch.
I nearly said Tate. That's the English one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Catherine
There's a movie out actually, that one, Nan. I'm mad to see it.
Oh, yeah. She comes to Ireland or something in it, doesn't she?
Does she?
Yeah. I seen her in an interview and she was talking about, I'm Irish or and all this. That's why I had to come to Ireland. So yeah, I think she comes to Ireland in the movie or whatever. Sure, yeah.
That'd be a movie I'd be interested in watching, man. I think that character, all her other characters are wankers, but that character's comical, man.
Yeah, gas, alright. What about the fucking, remember you on the interpreter? Where she was like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, jeez, that was 2007.
Yeah.
When we watched the video, so it was before that.
Yeah, you won't get away with that shit these days, like.
Nah.
It was literally like there was this woman. The sketch was like there was this woman working in an office building or something, and your mum was like, "Oh no, I have this big business meeting, and my interpreter hasn't turned up." She was like, "Oh, I'll do that for you."
Yeah.
He's like, "What?"
I did a test in my gap year, yeah.
Yeah, there's like 7 different languages, and she's like, "Yeah, no problem, I'll speak all them." Because then and like after first the Asian fella starts speaking, and when he finishes, your man turns to her and to see you have to translate like. She just starts all this ching chong, chong,
but she does it for every different nationality.
Oh man, like pure racist.
The French one, she's like ho 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 ho. And the Italian fella then, mama rucci. And then there was an African fella. I won't go that far, no man. But fucking hell.
This is not my sandwich. That's how she finished it for some reason. Oh man,
it was fucking funny, man.
Yeah, gas show. But it's mad, like there'll be nothing like that in telly no more.
Never.
So you can't take the piss anymore.
We can keep it going though, fuck them. We'll never be censored.
Yeah, well, I don't know. The way things are going. We might get deplatformed one of these days over Mikey in specific.
Yeah, and he's taking the Mikey.
Taking the Mikey. Yeah. Do you see, what's his name even, like Lee Francis, your man who plays Keith Lemon and fucking all of those characters. He came out like... put up a video there not long ago apologising about all the stuff that he did in the past in case he...
Yeah, that was a couple of months ago, wasn't it? I saw that, yeah.
It wasn't long ago,
in case he's offended anyway.
Yeah, it was like all the Black Lives Matter stuff and I was really fucking going through the roof at the time.
It's another thing that's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. David Williams, he was in Little Britain, like he apologised for doing blackface and Little Britain tweeted and everything like that.
Yeah, it's a funny one, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, like, yeah, I don't know, fair enough, blackface has kind of been... decided that's like, fucking racist. Like,
you see Joe Rogan saying, like, someone put a compilation video of
the N-word.
The N-word, like,
yeah, that's right. And he's trying to be censored, or they're trying to censor him.
Oh, they're mad to get rid of Joe Rogan. Like,
what a fucking shitty thing to do. Like, go back through your old tweets and your old videos that go back fucking 10 years, like trying to fucking screw you off.
Thousands of fucking hours, hundreds of hours anyway. Oh yeah, probably thousands, because he's well over 1,000 episodes, I think, is he? And they're about 3 hours long. Someone
fucking brought up an old tweet by Trevor Noah. Do you know what I mean? That he's a comedian.
South African.
He made some joke about running over a Jew in his car, but he felt less bad because it was a German car. He said that, like, and then he was tweeting about Joe Rogan saying the N-word, like, and got cut out there, like.
They're gas, yeah, but like that was the thing with Joe Rogan.
Funny either, man, is he?
Trevor Noah.
Yeah.
I don't know, some of his early stuff I saw, I haven't really seen him in a while now. He was funny enough, alright.
He's massive over in America, isn't he? He's got his own show.
Yeah, the Daily Show. Yeah.
But even look at the likes of fucking, who's that Australian guy? He's still not censored over in America, man.
Australian?
Jim Jeffries.
Oh yeah.
He's still going, man, and that fucker is ruthless.
He is brutal, yeah. The shit he says.
Ruthless, man. And he's a funny bastard as well.
He's like one of very few comedians now that's made me go, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Frankie Boyle's another one, though.
Yeah, Frankie Boyle. Yeah, Frankie Boyle, I don't think he's ever made me go, Jesus, you shouldn't be saying that. Do you know, I'd laugh at what he says. I'm like, oh, you deadly bastard or whatever. But your man Jim Jeffries, like, is like,
he was on about Muslims, man. And he said Muslims can't drink beer or eat bacon. They're like 2 of the greatest things in the fucking world. You take those 2 things away from me and I'll fly a plane into a building.
Yeah.
Man, fucking hell.
Yeah. And then, like, even when he was doing that whole thing, he was talking about Muslims, whatever. He was like, you can't say anything about Muslims. And then he says something about, like, Muhammad, right? And the whole place just went dead silent. He was like, oh, do you feel that now? Then he starts like really taking the piss, like edging towards like he was going to say something. I was like, stop, man, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I don't know. I'd say he's been attacked a few times as well.
He was attacked by an Irish
ran up on stage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gas, like.
And then other members then from the crowd just fucking went up and kicked your man off stage, fucked him out.
Yeah.
You got a fucking right belt as well, man, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah,
he offends a lot of people, like.
Yeah, he goes out to do it.
Yeah.
No, who's
he doesn't give a bollocks either, man. And you know what? That's why I like him, like his whole "fuck you" attitude.
Yeah.
Man. I'll say what I want. Fair.
But that's it.
Good
There's certain comedians that get away with that, like fucking Jimmy Carr. Although there was something there recently, now that he said that he was in hot water over and all his bollocks.
In his dark material.
Yeah.
You call it, yeah.
There was some stupid little joke in there that fucking like it was out for a few months, and then all of a sudden someone just made this go viral online that he said some joke. I can't even remember what it was now. But he gets away with fucking murder because that's what he's known for, like. You know, he's known for the shock value and just you know what you're gonna get if you go to one of his shows, like.
Yeah.
So,
he's not a fella that doesn't give a bollocks, but I kinda got off him now.
Yeah. That is grand. Fucking
that Chris D'Elia, man, I can't get enough of him, like.
Chris D'Elia.
I cannot get enough of him. I think he's my favourite comedian. Like.
Yeah, he's very good, man.
Oops. You interrupted me again.
Oh, yeah. But you brought your man in the present? Oh, yeah. And it was an oops on a plaque or something like that, was it?
I don't remember that.
No.
Yeah, he's gas, man. He has his own podcast as well. It's well worth a listen. Yeah, congratulations, Chris D'Elia, Delia. He's fucking he's hilarious. He's
very funny. Yeah.
He does the podcast by himself, like, and he'd be just in stitches. He'd be laughing at himself, like he just comes out with shit off the top of his head, and it's like he hears it for the first time when he says it as well, and he's just in bits laughing at himself, like. He goes off on rants there, like while she's gone mad into him as well. While she went back to the start of his podcast and just started listening to all the episodes from the start, like.
Who did?
While she.
Yeah.
Chris D'Elia. He'd be on old Rogan's joke as well.
Yeah, I actually get a Snapchat off him every now and again when he's listening to Chris D'Elia in the car.
Yeah, he sends them to me as well. Yeah. Just fucking.
D'Elia be on like the King and the Sting, Wing or something.
Yeah,
the Wing, like. Yeah, Theo Van and fucking
Brian Callen and
your man fucking Brendan
Schaub. Yeah.
Who's that for now?
He was next UFC heavyweight fighter.
Oh yeah, I don't know him.
Brendan Schaub, yeah. There's the Fighter and the Kid podcast. It's Brendan Schaub, the ex-UFC fighter, and Brian Callen, who's like a comedian actor. You would have seen him in a few films. Just, they're good. He's often on that now as well. He just gives the boys an awful doing, like, because then slags the fuck out of them for ages, and they'd be in stitches then, like. Yeah, he's worth an old watch.
We went on off topic there for a small bit.
Yeah, the thing, like, we started talking about Joe Rogan and the N-word thing, like, and it was like, I think what happened with Joe Rogan was he thought that the way he was using the N-word was okay, because he was like, oh my God, and there was these white guys and they were calling the black guy out, and he'd say the word, you know, whatever, so he was using it in that kind of a way, or he'd be talking to someone, they were like, oh, they called you blah blah blah, and he'd say it, like, so he was saying it a lot, but he wasn't like calling a black person that word or whatever, you know, he was just mentioning the word kind of thing, and someone just kind of chopped it all up. But the one where he said about the Planet of the Apes, that was just a fucking, he was talking about like when he went to some random cinema to watch the Planet of the Apes, and he was like, dude, we walked in there and we walked into Planet of the Apes, there was not one white person in the theatre. And you could see the boys he was talking to were like, did he just fucking say that? And he was like, no, shit, what am I saying? That was a stupid thing to say. And then he tried to like cover it, so like he was taking the piss there, like the other times he wasn't, but they'll still make it look like you are.
Even what he just said there, like that was enough to get him fucked up.
Yeah, years ago I suppose. Yeah.
Do you know what? Hopefully it'll be fucking back though. Hopefully you can say what you want again. I dream for the day it'll happen.
Yeah.
Until then, fuck you all.
You can, alright, until you get to a certain level. And then it just comes back to haunt you. If any of us ever become mad famous, we're screwed.
Stop.
We might as well just be like, hey lads, just so y'all know, now that I'm famous, there's a lot of fucked up shit I've said in the past. And I'm probably just going to keep on doing it. So, yeah. Fuck him after that.
But what would you do now if you did become famous now, right? And then we'll say your manager turns around to you and said, no, you can't be saying shit like that anymore.
Yeah, depends. Talk into the mic, bruh. He's
who the fuck do you think you're on, Russell?
See, now I can hear you.
This is how we do it.
That's how we do it. Yeah, if my manager was to tell me I can't be saying shit like that anymore, yeah, I wouldn't.
He's watching Mr. Bean there on the laptop. Smiling away there, huh? Smiling away there like a young flaff to get a lollipop.
Is he gay?
Is he gay? Do you like it?
that
Outstall.
let me fix that, will you?
Don't touch
it. The angle of it. You're talking into the side of it. I can barely hear you.
Who gives a fuck?
Everybody who's listening.
Know what I mean? On a side. I have to get pure giddy, but half an hour in. No, we've had
we've started.
No, we've started. Another hour to go.
Fuck it, we'll do 2. We'll do 2.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. That's new, is it, Mikey? The Ireland flag?
Oh, that's
the one. Do you remember of Russell threw it over himself and looked like Conor McGregor?
Yeah.
Russell was mad to be like McGregor, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
Obsessed with him, boy.
Yeah. And all the shit he did for the homeless.
See him naked.
Yeah, were you saying McGregor's after getting arrested or something?
McGregor got arrested, man. He got his Bentley taken off him. The fucking absolute
stinger.
sausage.
No tax.
No tax, no.
You can afford a Bentley, but you can't afford to tax it. Now, what was he doing? Speeding? Was this
reckless driving.
In Ireland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Longford. No, it wasn't. It was in Dublin.
Probably thinks he can just do whatever he wants, I suppose.
Of course he does, man.
That's not the first time then either.
He thinks he's untouchable.
Sure.
He's like that football player we were talking about the last time. That rapist fella.
Oh, jeez.
Get a load of money. When you get a load of fucking money, you think you can do what you want. You think you're...
You can, though, in a lot of ways. Like, not raping people and shit like that, obviously, but, you know, shit like speeding and all that. Like, what's going to happen? He'll get a few more points in his license and, whoa, what's this? All right. I thought he got fined €170,000. No. His Bentley was worth 170,000.
Mikey,
temporarily seized.
Here we fucking go now. I think I am the maid.
But yeah, this is the thing with people who have a guest
in your house.
With people who have that much money. Like him being brought to court and getting a few points in his license and getting fined the same as we would get fined, like that doesn't matter to him. Like, do you know what I mean? Because what's going to happen if he has 9 points in his license? Yeah. His insurance is going to go up. Doesn't fucking matter to him. He's not going to notice.
But you know, in Finland,
and the fine, he's not going to notice.
In Finland, if you get fined, it's all down to how much you earn. So there's been people over that actually paid fucking parking fines, like, and they were like a couple of million.
Yeah.
That's
the way it should be, though, man.
It is the way it should be.
It is, because like fining someone like McGregor €300 or something like that. That's like us going to court and being fined 2 cents for committing a crime. Do you know what I mean? And we're like, okay, like where's the fucking incentive to cop yourself on? You're just going to be like, oh yeah, it's going to cost me 2 cents. Fuck that. Not even 2 cents.
He was just arrested or pulled over for road traffic offences. What does that mean? Like just
reckless driving, I read this morning. I'll be sticking his willy out the window, who knows, with McGregor, the lunatic.
Yeah, it says it's understood he has been charged with dangerous driving and will appear before Blanchardstown District Court next month. You know what I mean?
Jesus.
Is he gay?
Do you like it? Do you like it? You do. €50, €50, €50.
That was the judge inside in Blanchardstown. Yeah. I'm going to have to fine you, Mr. McGregor.
Yeah.
€50.
Huh?
Now look, the dangerous...
I'll let you off if you polish me knob.
Dangerous driving carries a maximum punishment of a fine of up to €5,000, doesn't matter, or 6 months imprisonment, or both. So even if he gets the maximum fine, doesn't fucking matter. No. $5,000 is nothing to him, like. So yeah, I think like
hopefully
shit like
he'll get sent to prison for it though.
Jesus. Yeah. Fucking.
He'll be raped to death up there.
He would, yeah. Man's a scrapper, boy.
You love him, like, don't you?
I love him. Nah, don't my bollocks. He's grand.
He's a scumbag. Like.
He's a bit of 9, like. He's a bit of 9 these days now.
The carry on out of him, man. It's just unacceptable, man.
If he does come back fighting, man, he needs to fucking win a fight. He's talking there recently about coming back and fighting Kamaru Usman.
Usman, yeah.
Forget about it.
I thought it was
fucking
Masvidal.
Forget about it.
Yeah. But he's going, but like he's
Masvidal.
But he's what weight is he? Is he 180? Is it?
170.
So that's a new weight for him.
Masvidal, yeah.
Skinny
well, he's
mini.
fought at 170 once before, or twice. He fought Diaz at 170.
Oh, right, yeah.
So, but like
he hasn't a belt in 170.
No, he had the belt.
What is 170? Like
welterweight.
Welterweight.
In MMA, it's welterweight. Like, so yeah. But Usman, man, Jesus Christ.
That's the New Zealand fella, not the black person from New Zealand.
No, you're thinking of Israel Adesanya.
Yeah.
He's another champion. He's the middleweight champion. 185 pounds.
Usman is from Africa.
Yeah, Usman, man, is just, they call him the Nigerian Nightmare. That's his nickname or whatever, his fighter name, but that's just the best way to describe him. The man is a fucking nightmare, like. He's just like relentless. I've never even seen him in much trouble in a fight, like.
He just pins you up against the fence and just stands on your foot constantly, like.
Yeah. It's really inconvenient. He just inconveniences you till you give up.
Yeah.
Nah, he's destroying people in there, like a hard bastard.
It's Diaz fault, no?
I've heard today that he's gone. He was meant to fight Dustin Poirier there recently, and then apparently now he's gone. He's looking to go fight in another fucking sports or other leagues or whatever, like other organisations.
Bellator?
Yeah, Bellator I think might have been one of them. He tweeted a few things.
Money
like,
in Bellator, will he?
You'd be surprised, man. A lot of people do better off over in Bellator than they do in UFC. Like UFC pay people very little, like unless you're a big name and you're drawing in a lot of fucking.
Do you know his Bellator? Didn't he? What's his name?
Michael Venom Page.
No.
Yeah.
Say it for me. Fucking Strabane, Northern Ireland. James Gallagher.
Strab Animal. Yeah. Like fucking.
He heard nothing from him since he got knocked out as well. I put it to his box, I suppose. Not a cocky shit.
Oh yeah.
I work with a fella who's from Strabane.
Mm-hmm.
All the fella though, he labours for us, but he said he knows his father. His father's an absolute fucking scum.
Jesus.
And no scum.
Yeah, it just seemed like he was just copying McGregor to a fucking T. Like he was trying to look like him and act like him and all this crack.
Do you know who I like as well, man? In the UFC, and he's all over my TikTok is Paddy the Baddy Pimblett.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna fucking mention.
He's brilliant, man.
When you said like
he's a character, man.
When you said about the money, like if you were in Bellator, like he was world champion in Cage Warriors, wasn't it, before he came to the UFC? And he just revealed there today, like his last fight that he had in London, it was $12,000 to show up and $12,000 if he won. So like if he lost, he would have got paid $12,000, and he's English, so it's about fucking less than 10 grand to him, I suppose. And then he's to pay for all of his shit or whatever. But he won, so he got like $24,000 plus a bonus, I think, which is usually $50,000.
He was saying that how he makes all his money is from Instagram. They keep on shutting down his account.
Oh yeah. But see, like fucking, you know, there's a lot of fighters like that are in that situation where they'll train for months and go in and they win and they just get like 10 grand or something. You know, it's not an awful lot. Like even if they fight 2 or 3 times in the year, 20 or 30 grand. You know,
and that's if they win.
Yeah, well, yeah. If they win, they usually get more, like. But yeah, it's not like as if you're in the UFC, so you're loaded, like, you know, definitely not. Even Demetrius Johnson, he was champion there for a long time, and he had an office job, or not an office job. He was working in a warehouse while he was champion of the world in the UFC.
Yeah, he was actually labouring for plasterers as well, man.
Oh, was that what it was?
That's what it was, yeah.
But I remember him anyway saying that, like, he'd get a call from the UFC saying, you have a title defence coming up in this month, and he'd be like, let me just ask my boss if I can get time off work. Like, that's fucking insane. Like.
That is insane.
But I think for a finish, he ended up doing all right out of it. Like, he made a bit of money or whatever.
I think I googled him before. I think his net worth was something like 400,000.
Oh, go away.
Yeah,
fuck. Yeah, but it's just fucking like a phenomenal fighter, but he just wasn't a big draw.
No.
It's all about how many pay-per-views you can sell. That's why McGregor made the most, like, because he just drew in the crowds, like.
He was well able to promote a fight though, that McGregor, man. That's one thing I will say about him. He's a dickhead, and I can't stand the cunt. But he knows how to make money, man. Even with the fucking Mayweather fight, like, if you want to see him win or you want to see him lose, the bottom line is you want to see him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what Mayweather used to always say about himself as well. Like, he used to be a pure arrogant prick like that as well, and trash talking and all this. And so he used to say it like most of the people tuning in to watch my fight want to see me lose. He was like, but I don't care. Like, they're still paying for the pay-per-view, and that's all going into my bank account. So thanks. He's like, whether you were paying to see me win or lose, I'm still getting paid. And he never lost. Yeah.
Do you reckon he'll ever come out of retirement again?
Nah, wouldn't imagine so. I think, did he do something again there recently? Was he doing some exhibition thing or something? But yeah, I wouldn't say he's gone too old now. Well, he'd probably still be at most of the young lads in there. Phenomenal boxer, like. Greatest of all time, in my opinion.
Greatest defensive boxer, sure, the man, the fucking numbers 100%. Don't lie, like.
Yeah.
What you make of Michael Conlan?
Oh man, did you watch that fight?
Yeah, that was fucking weird.
That took the fucking heart out of me, man. That's like, I got a bad fright, like the way that fight ended. I was like very confused, and everyone else was as well.
He fell through the ropes.
Yeah. But it was so weird, like when you were watching it in real time as it was happening, it looked like he didn't get hit at all. Like, I bet it looked like he didn't get hit with anything significant that would have knocked him out that badly. It looked as if he just collapsed all of a sudden, and he looked like the way he just flopped through the ropes. He looked like he was fucking dead.
But he was grand up until he flopped through the ropes. Like, he
got very tired, all right, just before that. But like, Jesus, I wasn't expecting that. He had that fight in the bag, man. He would have, like, he was a minute and a half away from being undefeated champion of the world. He was 16-0, I think, going into that fight. never lost a fight or whatever, and went in the first round and sparked the fucking champion, like put him down in the last few seconds of the round, dropped him, and he got back up, and for the next few rounds, fucking your man Lee Wood, his legs were fucking jelly, like. I'd say, nah, English. I'd say Mick Conlon is fucking regretting not putting the pressure on him now, like sooner and getting him out of there. He could have, like, but he was obviously being cautious or whatever. But he won fucking just about every round, like in the last round, then there was a minute and a half left, and this fucker, man, fair play to him, like he's some fucking determination, like, because he came back after basically being knocked out, fought his way back into the fight, like, and fucking took over towards the end and just caught him with one shot. Fucking hell. It took for fans in the audience to post the videos of what happened, and then you had to slow it down to actually see the fucking shot land on him. It was weird, like. Everyone was like, I got a load of text messages and people were saying, what the fuck happened, man? He just collapsed. And people were saying, that's the vaccine anyway. You know, and all this. There's so many footballers collapsing and shit, like. But yeah, he just fucking looked like he just collapsed and fell out of the ring. And then they didn't show him anymore. That was the annoying part. The cameras just cut away and they kept saying, oh, he's been tended to know, he's been brought backstage. I was like, is he awake? Or they carry him off in a fucking stretcher? What's going on? Yeah. But yeah, it was ages afterwards.
Oh, you know what's fighting the weekend as well, man? It was supposed to be the fucking, it's like the biggest fight, we'll say, when it comes to size of men. In terms of size of men, fucking Eddie Hall and
that
the Mountain.
Thor fella,
the Mountain from Game of Thrones. Eddie Hall lost anyway,
Is that who he is? The Mountain, that
fella?
The
Mountain, yeah.
Sure that's who it is, yeah?
Yeah. Fella from Iceland.
Another fella in my head, yeah.
You're thinking of Chris Hemsworth, man.
No. Who's the fella that McGregor was sparring with before messing?
That's the Mountain.
Didn't think that was the same fella.
It is the same fella.
They were calling this fella Thor anyway, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think they call him Thor as well, yeah.
Is that, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, fucking...
Icelandic fella, he lost anyway.
The biggest fella lost, wasn't it? It was your man Eddie.
Eddie Hall lost.
Eddie Hall, the smaller fella lost.
Yeah.
I just saw a few highlights of it and it looked like Eddie Hall was smacking him around the place. He put him down and all, didn't he?
He put him down once or twice, yeah. But I think Thor put him down then for the finish.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it would have been worth to watch them, man. Two fellas that big, man. You wouldn't imagine that they'd be able to scrap properly. Like.
Nah, like it would annoy me.
Not worth to watch anyway, like.
Yeah.
It's too slow.
Yeah, exactly. Shit like that annoys me because I'm pure, like, fucking mad into, like, fighting sports, like. So, like, just watching two sloppy fuckers like that fighting. Like, I'd watch someone like Mayweather now and I'm just, like, in awe of him. Yeah. Like, the technique and this fucker, like,
even if
the way he does
somebody
things.
Out, like, but the speed of
everything
him, like.
he does, man, is just so fucking flawless. You're like, he's a fucking wizard. You watch people like that, didn't they? Like, these boys are a joke. Just get him out of there, like. You just want to see, you're just watching it to see a big massive haymaker land and fucking bang. Any good professional boxer would slap the head off any one of them, as big as they are, like.
It's mad that the way the sport of boxing has become. Because I think it's all because of the McGregor Mayweather fight, like. Then you fucking, the likes of YouTubers coming out
Jake Paul and shit, man.
He's another man that's making a fucking few good off himself, yeah?
Yeah. A lot of people talking shit about him. I don't really know much about him or what, like, I know he was some YouTuber or something before that, but he's fucking making a name for himself these days. Like, he's making a lot of money by the looks of it. Fucking stacking up the millions.
He's making money, alright. Who was the fella from the USC he fought?
Tyron Woodley,
yeah. They're saying now that fight was fixed because you can see Jake Paul kind of twisting his hand like that, and that was a signal for Tyron Woodley to let his guard down.
That's what they're saying, yeah. But nah, I don't think it was because he was kind of flicking out. Like, he was saying it afterwards that he was kind of flicking out the jab and feeling him out, and every time he flicked out the jab or whatever, Woodley
would drop his hand,
drop that hand or whatever it was anyway. But yeah, it looked straightforward enough that he just caught him with a cracker, like. Which it's weird, man, because fucking Woodley was an animal in the UFC. Like, he was welterweight champion there only a few years ago, like, and he was knocking everyone out. But yeah, I suppose it's boxing, and it's a completely different fucking sport, like. Do you know what I mean?
He's a fellow I'd like to see the head boxed off him, though, man.
Who?
Fucking Jake Paul.
Jake Paul, yeah. Why?
Because I can't stand him. I think he's an arrogant bastard.
Yeah.
I like what he did before that Tyron Woodley fight because, what's his name, dropped out. Tommy Fury dropped out.
Oh, yeah.
And then he gave him a Rolex, man, as a thank you for taking this fight. Give it to Tyron Woodley.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that was nice, no, I like that.
Yeah, it was good of him to fucking get him back in there, man, as well. And then even after he beat him, someone said something, some other fighter said something about Woodley, that like, he's only blah, 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 blah. So then straight away Jake Paul was trying to set up a fight between Woodley and your man, like, just like another payday for Woodley, like, it was like fucking fair play. But Yeah, like I would have loved to have seen that fight with Tommy Fury. I hope that goes ahead, like, see what happens there.
I'd like to see Tommy Fury. I reckon Tommy Fury would box the head off him. He's a legit
just
boxer.
Just as I said, like in my head, he has to, like, you know, because like an actual professional boxer against someone who's just kind of started not long ago or whatever, like, there's going to be a massive difference, surely. If he beats Tommy Fury anyway, fuck me. Or Tommy, he'll have serious pressure on him going in there, like, to hear the talk out of his father. If a Fury loses to this fool and all this, he won't be a Fury anymore and all this. I'll strip him of his name and he'll be out of the family and all this talk, like, but he was dead serious, like.
Yeah. Oh man, Tyson and his father are the same person.
Yeah. Do you know what's mental?
Exactly the same as well.
And do you know what's mad? Fucking Tyson Fury's voice only went like that a few years back when he got punched in the throat.
Yeah?
Yeah. His voice wasn't like that until he got a punch in the throat during a fight and it fucked up his vocal cords or whatever.
John Fury's his name.
Yeah, they're fucking they're very similar as well in height and the whole lot.
They're
like
the same person, man. They're the exact same person.
Did you see him in when they were doing like the press conferences or whatever before the fight with Jake Paul, and the father was like, Tommy, my son Tommy's going to go in there and he's going to knock him out, and then he's going to take his missus and he's going to fucking do her like a dog. And there was Tyson Fury and I was sitting beside him. He was like, oh, Jesus Christ. You can't say shit like that. He didn't give a fuck. Yes, man. Tyson Fury is a gas cunt as well.
I like Tyson Fury, man, and what he's done for mental health as well.
Yeah.
He's a serious man.
I love the way he's just like, you know, baddest man on the planet, 6'9", fucking animal, undefeated heavyweight champion, blah blah blah, and then he just takes the absolute piss out of himself the whole time through stupid dances and all this crack. You're just like, that's the job, like.
When he stripped off in front of Klitschko, he said, "This is what a real man looks like."
Yeah. This is what peak performance looks like.
Peak performance, yeah. But he had some fucking weight loss, man. Like even him there, now he's got fucking love handles. But before that, man, he was like fucking 29 stone or something.
Blew out, massively.
Apparently, he was on a lot of cocaine, man. He was drinking heavy as well.
Isn't it mad that he weighed something like 1 pound when he was born?
Yeah.
And that he was born very premature.
Yeah.
I've probably mentioned that on here before, but apparently the doctor said like he'll never be a big lad, but he should be okay or whatever. Yeah. 6'9", giant. Fucking hell. Yeah. Tyson Fury, he has another scrap coming up now. He's fighting fucking, say his name, Dillian White.
Is he, yeah? When's it coming up?
A month, I think. I think there's a month left.
I saw nothing on fucking on TikTok, no, or anything like that, man, promoting the fight.
That's weird, yeah. Tyson Fury kind of signed offline there a week or two ago or whatever, and was like, I won't be online until the fight again. So he's just in camp now, like just stuck in.
He's training hard.
Yeah.
That's a fight. I don't normally stay up for fucking fights, man. Not after around fucking 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, but I'll stay up for this one though.
Yeah, fucking.
I'll over to you and we'll have a couple of Coke Zeros.
Handy. I don't see anyone beating him, like.
No.
Don't see anyone beating, like, I'd say, like, who is there?
Even if he does get beat, man, he'll always be known as the people's champ as well, like.
Yeah. I'd love to see him fight Joshua, man. I reckon he'd slap the head off Joshua.
He would, yeah. Joshua's in a patch on him, like.
Yeah. Joshua's handy, alright, like, draw, but I reckon if Tyson Fury just, like, puts it on him, he'll put him away. He doesn't do well, like Joshua does well when he's...
The last fella that beat Joshua then, he's out fucking fighting for Ukraine, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
What's his name?
Usyk,
yeah.
Yeah, and then you fucking Klitschko as well.
I am very feel.
Yeah.
How do you feel? How do you feel? I am feel.
He's like champion of the world. Yeah.
Heavyweight champions, I am very feel. I am very feel. He hasn't a clue. How do you feel now? With an AK-47 strapped to your fucking shoulder.
Yeah, and fucking Klitschko as well.
Both Klitschkos.
2 of them, man. Vladimir.
What's the fucking Ukrainian soccer player then? Shevchenko. I wonder if he went back there.
I don't know. It's a bit of a mad one, isn't it? Because like I'm all for being patriotic and all that kind of crack, like, but it's like fucking Tyson Fury coming in here saying, "Do this, or I'm gonna murder you with my bare hands." And you're like, what are you going to do? It's pointless trying to fight him. Like,
no,
you know? It's just like, you'd be like, all right, sorry about that. And just get on with your life.
There's a thing called pride as well, though.
Yeah, but like, Jesus, like, just, I don't know, man. Let everyone die.
Would you like to be fucking... Let everyone die.
Yeah, you know, that's your option.
Would you like to be known as a fucking pussy, man? Or somebody who went down scrapping, though?
Yeah, but would you like to be known for the person who fucking...
Would you like to be known
sorted out a deal and let everyone get on with their lives, or the person who was stubborn and got everyone killed? Like, because that's what's going to happen. Like, you know what I mean? Putin is not losing this. Like, so it's fucked. It's mad. It's very like it's
saying
not.
That's the end of Putin as well, though, man. You know what I mean? A lot of people are saying that he's going to get fucking killed out of this. Like,
it's like I'm saying, when they've been trying to draw him out for a while, like, but this shit now about like the chemical weapons and shit like that, I can see him just doing a little false flag there. All of a sudden, oh, Putin's after doing this. Now we have to go in, but they're terrified of him at the same time because he's so many nuclear weapons, and he won't think twice about fucking firing a few of them into America or wherever he has to do it. Like,
this dead man switch that if they see a nuclear weapon coming, it just automatically fucking releases itself. Like, there's no human interaction at all. That like radar scanning the sky and whatever. Like, and if it sees a nuclear weapon coming towards Russia, then dead man switch just clicks and
it starts firing back.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Where does it fire them to?
Weston.
America.
Wherever it's coming from, like wherever the other one's coming from, like, just shoots directly at it.
That's insane. So is it targeting the other weapon or the other?
No, it'll just point in whatever direction that missile is coming from. They'll probably they have a program to know it's coming from America from that direction or whatever.
Fuck's sake. Yeah, so they'll just like, man, that's insane. I never heard of that.
Mikey, you know the most random shit.
Yeah, I know the old,
I don't remember where I left my car keys, but I know all this, like.
They're in my pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
The old mutual destruction fucking thing, you know, where it's like the nuclear weapons are a deterrent, like, you know, because it's like if one of them leave one off, then they're all fucked. Like, everyone's just going to start nuking each other, and it's not good. It's not good, man.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
You'll only give us something to talk about in the next podcast.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, cut a deal anyway, because I don't want to get microwaved to death, like.
What's the story with Katie Price and her designer of face mask?
Katie Price returns to community service job as Carl Woods appears in court after holiday. What in the name of fuck is after happening there?
I don't know.
Oh, Katie Price. That's Jordan, yeah?
Yeah.
I was thinking of Katy Perry the whole time.
With her football tits and massive minge.
Fuck's sake.
A minge like a plasterer's radio.
Yeah. Yeah. But like opening a window and riding the night.
What? What was the thing?
Did you see that on Facebook? No, it was one of those fucking mirror articles, but on Facebook.
Yeah.
And it came up. I got this. It wasn't on Facebook. I got it as a message, and then when you click into it, all the comments come rolling up, and that was one of them. And one of them, man, made me laugh, man. She was fingered more times than David Attenborough's passport.
For fuck's sake!
There's a good few of them, and she's dropped more boxers than Mike Tyson. There was another one. But that opening the window and riding the night, I lost it, man.
Yeah, but did Tommy Tiernan not say that years ago? That sounds familiar.
No, I don't think so. No.
Huh? Something along the lines of that, I'd say.
Good few of them, man. Oh, stop. She's been Rogered more times than a copper's radio.
Roger that. Fuck's sake.
Oh, stop, man.
Yeah, she started an OnlyFans or something, didn't she?
Did she?
She was
her
in the
husband
news.
is her only fan.
Yeah. She was in the news there recently because of that, like, and people were like, do people actually want to see pictures of her these days and all this shit, like?
At some stage, at fucking one stage of her life, man, she was worth about £50 million.
Yeah, she did fucking well. Like, I don't know what her situation is now. I say she's
she
still
came to
working for quid.
She stayed in the Clayton.
Yeah.
Apparently, she got refused from the Icon as well.
Ah, stop. Typical fucking Limerick, sure. Of course, she did regulars only.
Is that it, or is it just they don't like to look here?
I guarantee it was
just
that
whatever.
prick as well that stopped her. You know.
Fool, did I had words with it?
No.
Huh?
No.
Oh.
We know his brother.
Oh, yeah, could have been. Could have been, yeah. Probably.
Not to be mentioning names. Something you
I thought you were talking about that other fucking steroid head that I had a few run-ins with.
Oh, no, but he's not in the Icon, though. Isn't he?
Oh, Icon. Yeah. I don't think so, no.
You only had one run-in with me, anyway. One run-in with him with me.
I had words with him a few times, alright. Big fucking...
Is he still juiced to the neck?
Saw him there recently. He was looking a bit haggard, looking like pushing on now, I'd say, and he's just like probably not on as many as he used to be on. You know, he used to be on all the steroids, like
he left none for anybody else, like did he?
He took them all, like. Yeah,
all the steroids.
Raging all over the gaff.
Yeah, all the steroids.
Causing a big scene inside in Burger King one day. Yeah. Jude was just like, what the fuck is going on here? Who the fuck is he?
Two of us like him then the size of a bungalow, like, and coming over to the two of us. Yeah. But I mean, we were just having a romantic meal, man.
Yeah.
Bungalow with legs.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at?
Yeah.
I get my brother after you, Eugene says.
I did, yeah.
I get my brother.
No,
my brother bet you.
He brought up brothers and family and all that shit. He was all this like he was going to do this. I was like, fucking do it, so. Yeah. Do something if you're going to do it. And he just wouldn't do anything like. And he's like, oh, yeah, I won't, because you're going to go away and get your brothers and get your uncles and get, what are you going to do? Stab me or shoot me or something? I was like, the fuck? Like, I didn't say anything to you, like. Do you know what I mean? But that's what his attitude was like.
We just went in and sat down, nothing, and then he just came over out of nowhere, like.
Yeah. Oh, no, he kept staring at me, like. Yeah. And I kept going, what's that? Fuck, and he just staring at it. And then eventually I looked at him and I mouthed fat prick, like that. I mouthed it at him.
Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Because he kept staring me out of it, like. Yeah. And like I said, I had words with him a few times before. I know exactly who he is. Like, fucking.
He knows exactly who you are.
Yeah, apparently. Or he thinks he does anyway.
Please.
He watches the podcast, yeah.
Yeah, probably. Fuck him.
Yeah. His tits are sagging to the floor now, man.
Which,
slapping off his kneecaps.
Gas, man. But he's one of these fellas, like, he's a pure bitch on the inside. Like, do you know what I mean? He just takes steroids and he's big, so he thinks people are going to be afraid of him because he's big. And then when they're not, he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Do you know? He's like, oh, fuck, I kill you. They're like, do it, so,
hasn't a clue how to swing a dig, like.
Yeah, probably. Fuck him.
How long have we gone, boy?
There's a lot of them around.
51 minutes, boys.
Oh. 51? What else do we have to talk about, boys?
Where's my tea?
I just wanted to mention there as well. I meant to mention it a few times. For people using Google these days, you know, when you're searching about stuff, if you want to look up anything about a fucking news article or anything like that, just stop using Google. That's my advice, because it's an absolute piece of shit and they're just showing you what they want you to see. And try this little experiment if you don't believe me. Download something like DuckDuckGo. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
It's a different search engine. I use that now. If I need to find out about anything, I'll just use that because Google's not going to tell you. It's fucking amazing, man. If there's something dodgy, say that goes on in another country and you see it mentioned online or whatever, you can go and Google it. Nothing comes up. Google the exact headline word for word. Nothing comes up. And then you go on to DuckDuckGo and Google like a little bit of the headline and it'll come up straight away. So it's like absolute fucking ridiculous. Like, Google are just hiding shit from you and deciding what you get to see, like, and deciding what news you see and blah, blah, blah.
Media in general, isn't it?
Yeah, but isn't that mad though? Like, especially now with all the shit that's been going on the last 2 years.
It's up to you whether you want to believe it or not. All on you.
But you have to be able to see the information to decide if you're going to believe it or not. They hide it.
If you want to be happy,
yeah,
don't look at it at all.
Yeah, but if you want to know the truth, you take the blue pill, red pill.
If you want to know the truth, keep your mouth shut.
If you want to know the truth, stay out of the kitchen. Isn't that what they say?
That's the one, yeah.
That's the old.
You shouldn't
that's
throw
the old
stones
saying.
if you were towing the bush.
Exactly. Stitching time, 69. I don't know. But yeah,
water under the fridge.
Water under the
fridge. Throw caution in the bin, lads.
Yeah.
Throw caution in the bin.
That was a brilliant fucking Facebook page, man. Sayings mixed with other sayings.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I do it the whole time for the lols.
It's about that time, I suppose, boys.
It's about that time for taking the Mikey.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back at it again.
Censorship. Get the bleep button ready.
Yeah.
Watch you no answering before I even fucking say that.
100%. If I know what I will, yeah. If I know what I will.
Go on,
what do alcoholics and amputees have in common?
I don't know.
Ah, come on.
What do alcoholics and amputees have in common?
They're both legless. Why do men find it so difficult to solve puzzles after taking Viagra?
Something is hard?
Because it just keeps getting harder and harder.
I know it was in there. I know it was in there.
What do 15-year-old boys and washing machines have in common?
Something about turning something on.
They both like keeping one sock for themselves. That's taken.
The
Mikey.
Crusty sock.
Do you want to mention that GoFundMe thing?
Yeah. If any of you have been on Instagram or any of that since last night, I posted a link to a GoFundMe. It's for a friend of mine's 2-year-old son. If you go on to the Instagram and just look on the bio, the link is there and there's a post about it. It's 2-year-old child who was recently diagnosed with a form of leukemia. And if you can go on and even just give a fucking euro, if you can, anything at all would help. So, link is in the bio. GoFundMe. Cheers. And nice one to anyone who donated last night as well or today. Very much appreciated. Fucking man, that kind of stuff just.
It's hard, man. It is hard. Like I don't even know the family or know the kid. But even just to know that it's a child. Like,
it's weird when you know them, like, do you know what I mean? It's always when you see these fucking GoFundMes and it's a child, it's just like, it's always worse when it's a child. But then when you actually know the fucking parents and everything like it, they're fucking sound, like the two of them, they're the nicest people you could meet, like, and they're just like, it's fucking hell, man. It was a pure kick in the gut, like when I seen the post last night, I couldn't believe it. So, yeah, hopefully fucking it won't be too hard on them and they'll get through it. I can't even stand thinking about shit like that myself, like, it's weird. But there's some great support on, man, some fucking great support. I love to see shit like that, like all of their friends and all. I was talking to
that's exactly
father last night, like,
love, just upfront love.
That's it, man. I was talking to the father last night and he was saying like he's just fucking completely overwhelmed by the amount of people that have been in touch with him, people that he hasn't heard of in a long time or anything. Everyone's just offering help, like, and it's fucking makes a big difference. Like, you definitely don't want to feel like you're alone at a time like that, like. So yeah, look, if anyone, even if you can spare whatever the fuck, like €1, €2, there's fucking thousands of you out there. If everyone gives something, it's gonna make a big difference. Like, so just fly onto the old Instagram there, link in the bio, and just do what you can. And if you can't, you can't. It's all good.
Yeah.
If you can't, share it at least.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, share it around. That would be nice. Have we anything else that we need to go over?
That's about it, boys.
Who wrote a message on the back of my notepad? Big gay notepad for big gay notes.
Who wrote that?
Who wrote that, Michael?
Sounds like something Mikey would write.
Yeah.
Big gay notepad.
Yeah, big gay Mikey wrote it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Old cock in the mouth over.
Ooh. Yeah, so I'd say it's looking like Thursday evenings from now on. So we'll probably be your Friday morning commute or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, if it's going to be, we weren't really sure this week. We were all over the place. We fixed the audio issue anyway. I hope this came out right. We had to get another new television.
What?
So yeah, if we're going to be doing it again next Thursday, I'll put up a post about it and get some people to send in topics and questions and stuff like that.
Yeah. A bit of jism for your ears.
Follow me on TikTok. Mikey 3 Screens.
At Mikey 3 Screens.
700 follies down.
Come on, Mikey, follow me on TikTok. Jude, at Jude Celtic Pod.
I'm overtaking you. You're in the rear view mirror.
Here, come here and tell you.
What you want?
What do the views say? What do the views say?
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't fucking lie.
We'll see.
Fun fact about trampolines, man.
Your hips don't lie either.
Fun fact, and I only heard this at the start of the week. Did you know trampolines used to be called jumpolines?
Bullshit.
And then your mother went down.
I knew that was coming.
Did you hear that before?
Yeah, just thought of it just as you were saying it. Yeah, what were we saying? Yeah, Mikey 3 Screens, at Mikey 3 Screens, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you just at Jude O'Doherty, is it?
At Jude Celtic Pod.
Oh, at Jude Celtic Pod. All right.
Even though he doesn't do anything about the podcast, it's only him, like, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just me, and that's my name. So
share some of his best bits from the podcast and fuck the rest of us.
Yeah.
TikTok. Don't bother follow me because I have no TikTok anyway.
You do have a TikTok?
I don't.
You do?
Don't. I have one good YouTube video. Serious numbers on that one. Haven't checked it in a while.
You didn't get any money off it lately, did you?
Nah. It's all well gone.
Doing the beatboxing in the bathroom.
Yeah. You would have fucked. There was a stage there we were getting a check for 150 every month or something.
Yeah, I was making about 150 to 175-ish like every month for one video. Madness. Goes to show you what you could make if you had fucking 100 videos. Like, it would be 100 times that, I suppose. Or maybe more. Yeah. Anyways.
Toodles. Good luck.
All right.
Bye.
Well, fuck off out of it.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, talk to you next week, lads.
Yeah, Mike, you want to hurry up now and give me a cup of tea?